What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back for another video. Hey, you didn't have to wait 3 or 4 days this time. But we're going to start out a little different today. We're not necessarily a cold open where there's going to be like ranting and raving. You have to get me really upset to do something like that. But more of just shooting the shit for a moment. As we're all waiting on Congress, if they're going to help us or not during this virus for the stage 4 relief so we can get the economy going, get money back in our pockets, being able to pay our bills, pay our rent, not even unsure for the people that are waiting on unemployment if they're going to get anything. Seems a lot like Monday Night Raw. Complete disarray. Yeah, there's maybe a good spot or two in the show, there usually is, but that doesn't make a good show. Even yes, I shaved, by the way. Finally, right? I don't look like an old fucking Santa Claus. But now you see my double chin. Fuck. But anyways, if you like it, you want to leave a like about that, I don't care. You want to say, hey, you look like Kevin Dunn, I don't care either. But I don't have the buck teeth, so I have that going for me. But it seems like they're trying to do too much in one show. And the reason I say that, it's like they're combining a bunch of storylines into one just to make the one thing they have going seem a little interesting. Take the Hurt Business and Apollo and Ricochet and Cedric. And am I missing somebody? Mustafa Ali. It's like they have that going on. Then they have R-Truth run out in the middle of the match for no reason whatsoever. Then Shelton, after they lose, wins the 24/7 championship. Ricochet gets it back. Or not Ricochet, God. I never want to see him with 24/7 title. Not Ricochet, Cedric gets it back. It's like they're making a 24/7 title try to be important. That title was so trash, like years ago. Well, not years ago, like a year or two ago. But that's just an example of, it's just something I've been thinking about. You guys probably already picked up on this. But it's like you don't need 3 or 4 things going on while a match is going on just to try to make one thing interesting when you know the other stuff isn't working. It's like, it's not confusing to watch, it's just sad to watch in a way, because it makes it seem like they're desperate. Much like with the HBK, we knew he's going to get his head punted. Why'd they bring him back? That was the stupidest thing they could have done. It makes it too predictable, and I didn't have a chance to look at the rating yet. I really don't know what happened. You guys can leave me a comment, because I may not look at it till tomorrow. So I usually don't check that stuff till the middle of the week. But excuse me, this show's going nowhere. And I thought, even though they mentioned during the show that the Amway Center was going to be Friday, then SummerSlam, and then Raw. Takeover, I think, is going to be there as well. I thought they said the whole week. I know a lot of you, when I went on Twitter, were like, what the fuck? You know, I thought we're getting the lights, the whole shebang, and all this stuff tonight. I thought that too. So don't think you were the only one. I tweeted that right away. You know, it's like, wait a minute. I thought there was a new location for this show. But it's like, thank God they're getting out of there. It's creatively, it's not going to make a difference, because they're going to book terrible decisions, and it's going to suck regardless when it comes to the writing team. But at least we'll have that sense of normalcy to where you'll get to see the pyro, you'll get to see the entrances again. God forbid Aleister Black has an entrance, because all we ever see him do is run to the fucking ring. His song plays for like, what, 2 seconds? So it's kind of like, I know the wrestlers at least are happy about having that part of the show back, as I know some of you guys are. So like, the virtual fans, I'm kind of hoping they don't go too overboard. Because if you think about it, it could get annoying. I mean, God forbid you see some of the Alexa Blissets come on there. Oh my God. You know, they're going to be like, oh my God, Alexa, 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 Alexa. I don't want to hear that. I really don't. I'm sure you don't. You don't want to see a bunch of little Nikki Crosses going, Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. So that's one thing to keep in mind. JD from NY206, now is your chance, man. You can get back at what Braun Strowman said to you, that you don't know nothing. You could get on there and do your woohoo, your Strowman Express, man. We're all pulling for you to do that. Fill out that application. Because I would laugh my ass off if they put you on there. Oh my God, he would have those people in the locker room just fucking going nuts. Like, oh, I can't believe that they put JD on here. You know, because I know half of them hate him anyway. So can you imagine that? That would be freaking hilarious. But that's different. As far as a bunch of young kids and stuff getting on there, I don't know if that's going to make the show worse or not. Because you know how Vince McMahon loves childish shit. They'll be like, oh, that kid's amazing. Put him on there. Put him on there. That equals ratings done. I could just see it all happening now. So those are just a few thoughts before we get into the actual show. So this is going to appear on the video first. We'll get the intro and then we'll review the Monday Night Raw. I'll be honest, the last 30 minutes I didn't watch, so I'm going to be reading it to you. Because at that point, that's kind of, after 2 hours, you kind of know what you're in for if you stay awake till 10 o'clock. I knew that ending before it even began. You guys saw my comment before. I was like, oh, Randy Orton punts HBK in the head. And I got a comment, what the one guy said, did I miss it already? It's like they knew too. Everybody knew what was going to happen. So I don't know why they took that route. But in any case, at least it was fast. You know, you didn't have to wait 10, 20 minutes for a speech and then he does it. You know, at least he came out of nowhere because he knew everybody knew what was going to happen. So Randy did his own little narrative on it. So I applaud Randy. I applaud you for that. But we all knew what was coming. You never saw coming bullshit. We all knew that was coming. So in any case, let's hit that intro. Then we'll come back, review the shit. That way you guys don't have to wait any longer. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate the love. Leave a like or a comment. Share the video. Do whatever you wish. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready for your Raw review? Well, here we go. As I look outside, it's getting a little dark. So I'm going to try to get this done as quick as I can so I can get this video finished and uploaded for you guys. As I know there are some of you who do watch these videos. I really appreciate it. It does make me feel like I'm doing something right. And I appreciate all your love and support. As you know, I do subscribe back and I do my best to help you guys in any way I can. So I'm going to go through this the best that we can and hope you guys enjoy this video. So to open the show, we had Retribution in the studio truck playing with all the graphics. It was like, at first I'm like, what is this, fucking Bray Wyatt? No, I'm just kidding. I knew that was Retribution. We all kind of did, and we were just like, well, I guess they're going to destroy the Performance Center once and for all. But that didn't happen, of course, unfortunately. Where would people go to train if they did? So after that, we start off with the in-ring segment of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre condemns Randy Orton's actions last week. Orton's heinous actions against a 71-year-old man was despicable. While McIntyre is talking, Retribution assaults the production area. Did we see Kevin Dunn? Of course not. So after they went to commercial because Retribution had the production value go black. They went to commercial and they came back. McIntyre is backstage with most of the locker room. He rallies the troops. Seth Rollins walks in and says just because McIntyre is a champion does not make him a leader. McIntyre tells Rollins that he has been screaming about being a leader for years, but no one respects him. Murphy steps in McIntyre's face. Rollins and Murphy walk away. In-ring segment, you guessed it, the Hurt Business. MVP calls out Retribution. MVP says they have to be connected to Apollo. Apollo Crews walks out and says he knew MVP would make excuses. Crews says if he beats Shelton Benjamin tonight, what a challenge. Lashley and Benjamin have to stay at catering during his match with MVP at SummerSlam. MVP accepts, obviously. And I wish I could show you this video, but unfortunately I cannot, so let's continue. Because I just thought about that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'd get a copyright for sure. So Apollo Crews versus Shelton Benjamin with MVP and Bobby Lashley. The match started during the break. Benjamin whips Crews in the corner with authority. Crews stuns Benjamin with a spinebuster for a near fall. Benjamin surprises Crews with the DDT. R-Truth runs into the ring. He's being chased by Tozawa and the Ninjas. I hate this shit. In the confusion, Crews rolls up Benjamin for the win. Winner Apollo Crews. How about that? After the match, Lashley and MVP attack Crews. Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Cedric Alexander hit the ring and make the save. Truth makes his way back to the ring. Benjamin boots Truth in the face and wins the 24/7 title back. That I do have to say, I laughed at that part just a little bit. I thought that was funny. Then backstage, Angel Garza and Ivar argue over young ladies' affections. Ivar challenges Garza to a match. I'm surprised Garza won this, to be honest. So it was Ivar with Eric versus Angel Garza with Andrade and Zelina Vega. Ivar tries a spin kick, but Garza counters it into a facebuster. Backstage, Angelo Dawkins is chatting up with the young lady Garza and Ivar were fighting over. Vega steps in front of Garza when Ivar is about to hit a dive. Garza dropkicks Ivar in the head for the win. Winner, Angel Garza. Dawkins appears on the screen and threatens to expose Garza with the video. On commentary, Samoa Joe notes that WWE has instituted a strike surveillance policy and he got his hands on some footage that he shared with Dawkins. Joe notes it's amazing what people do when they think no one is watching. I gotta say, that was kind of cool what they did with Samoa Joe there. And of course, everybody was wondering. I wish I could play this segment with Braun Strowman and The Fiend right here. Way to bring Mickie James back, WWE. So awesome. Awesome. Or the Ace Ventura. Oh man, you are one pathetic loser. Or was that Dumb and Dumber? I think it was Dumb and Dumber. Mickie James versus Natalya with Lana. If you really want to know the details, Natty pushes James. James tackles Natty and unloads on her. James tries to Mick DT, but Natty reverses it into a discus clothesline. Rollins and Murphy power walk to the ring and accuse Samoa Joe. Rollins demands Joe tell him how he knows Rey Mysterio is going to be here tonight. Back in the ring, Lana distracts James, which allows Natty to push James off the top. James is counted out, winner Natalya. After the match, James kicks Lana in the face. Rollins grabs the mic and says if Mysterio or Dominic show up tonight, he will end them both. Yeah, okay, sure. Then we move on to the in-ring segment, Sasha Banks and Bayley. Banks and Bayley say they have been so busy lately, but they are happy to finally get a night off at SummerSlam. When he said this, I had no idea what she was talking. Asuka is light work. Baszler interrupts. Baszler says whoever walks away with the Raw Women's title, she's got next. Asuka walks out and yells in Japanese. Here we go, calling out title shots again. I really don't want to go over this. Fucking I hate Nia Jax. Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Asuka and Shayna Baszler. During the match, Nia Jax attacked Shayna Baszler through the plexiglass. Officials tried to separate Jax and Asuka. Back in the ring, Asuka hip attacks Bayley and Banks off the apron at the same time. After the break, Bayley and Banks are working over Asuka. Bayley tries an elbow drop. Asuka kicks Bayley in the arm in midair. Asuka floors Bayley with a spinning back fist. Banks puts Asuka in the bank statement. Baszler runs down to the ring and breaks up the hold. Asuka tags in Baszler. Baszler hits a step-up knee on Banks. Baszler puts Banks in a Kirifuda clutch. Bayley breaks it up, but gets in the clutch. Banks backstabbers Baszler into a belly to belly. Isn't it like... No, the code breaker's on the face. Never mind. Baszler kicks out. Asuka puts Banks in the Asuka lock outside of the ring. Baszler puts Bayley in the Kirifuda clutch. Bayley taps out, which was very quick, I might add. You're like, oh. They're building Bayley up for this last year. She's tapping almost instantly. That's just great. So backstage, we got HBK tells McIntyre that he is to stay focused on Orton. HBK tells McIntyre to kick Orton's head off. HBK asks McIntyre to give him space when he goes out there to face Orton tonight. Backstage, the Iconics, the Moronics, berate Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott in the background. Shayna Baszler is talking to Marina and Jasmine Duke. Ruby Riott with Liv Morgan versus Peyton Royce with Billie Kay. Oh my god. Will you believe the results that happen here? Riott drops Royce with the standing STO. Riott dropkicks Royce off the apron. Royce tumbles into the barricade. Royce reverses Riott's whip, sending Riott into the barricade. Royce sends Riott back into the ring. Royce blasts Riott with a knee to the side of the head. Riott kicks out. Riott fires up and nails Royce with the head kick. Royce rolls out of the ring. Riott dives off the apron and splashes Royce. Kay and Morgan argue outside the ring. Royce shoves Riott into Morgan. Royce hits Deja Vu on Riott for the win. Winner, Peyton Royce. Oh my god, she won a match. Backstage, Cruz picks Ali and Ricochet to team with him tonight. Alexander wants in. Cruz says he knows Alexander is hurting from being put into full Nelson earlier. He should rest. And guess what? Raw Underground. Eric from the Viking Raiders knocked the guy out after landing multiple knees to the guy's head. Shane McMahon asked Dolph Ziggler what he thought. Ziggler says it was a 4 out of 10. Eric challenges Ziggler to a fight. Eric versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler tries a single leg, but Eric puts on the brakes. Ziggler transitions into a front face lock. Eric lifts Ziggler up and slams him on the mat. Ziggler fights to his feet. Ziggler locks in the near Rake choke. Eric tries to fight out of it, but Ziggler digs his thumb into Eric's eye. Eric passes out before Ziggler can celebrate. Ivar pounces Ziggler out of the ring. Ziggler takes out half the crowd as he lands. Winner, Dolph Ziggler. Whoop-de-doo. In-ring segment. Rey Mysterio Dominic. Mysterio says if he had to use a word to describe how he has felt since Extreme Rules, it would be pain. Mysterio says there is a chance that he may never fully recover from what Rollins did to him. There isn't a doctor on the planet that will stop him from protecting his son. Mysterio is going to be in Dominic's corner to watch Rollins get his ass kicked. Dominic tells his dad that he will be ready at SummerSlam. Mysterio says he is proud of Dominic. Rollins and Murphy appear on the Tron. Rollins tells Mysterio he didn't know he was such an idiot. Showing up here tonight was a mistake. Rollins claims that Mysterio only cares about himself. Rollins says the Mysterio name and legacy will end up being the ultimate sacrifice. I don't get fucking how. Mysterio tells Rollins to come to the ring and back up his words. Rollins retorts that Mysterio has one eye and his kid can't even stand straight. Rollins reminds Mysterio that he asked for this. Rollins and Murphy walk down the ring. I thought for sure they're going to commercial here, but they didn't, surprisingly. Mysterio and Dominic both duck out of the ring as Rollins and Murphy enter. As Rollins and Murphy are focused on Mysterio, Dominic pulls two kendo sticks from under the ring. Dominic attacks Rollins and Murphy from behind. Before Dominic and Mysterio McIntyre rounds up in the ropes as he did to Dominic last week. Murphy makes the save. We're almost done, guys. Almost done. I know, this was a long show to sit through. Backstage, MVP tells Alexander that it's interesting that Cruz picks Ali and Ricochet over him. MVP tells Alexander that his offer still stands. And then Cedric got all upset, like he didn't know what to think. Raw Underground. Toro Russ versus Riddick Moss. Who the fuck cares about Riddick Moss? Ruas lands a spin kick. Rua puts Moss in a rear naked choke. Moss leaps backward and crushes Ruas. Ruas puts Moss in a knee bar. Moss rolls them both off the platform. McMahon stops the fight. Elimination match. From what happened earlier. Apollo Crews, Ricochet, Mustafa Ali versus the Hurt Business. Crews and company are in control early. Lashley tags in and runs over Ali before knocking Crews and Ricochet off the apron. Lashley hits a C4 for the pin on Ali. Mustafa Ali has been eliminated. Benjamin tags in and hits pay dirt on Ricochet for the pinfall. Ricochet has been eliminated. Crews surprises Benjamin with his patented toss power bomb for the pin. Shelton Benjamin has been eliminated. As Benjamin rolls out of the ring, Alexander sneaks up a roll-up to win the 24/7 title. After the break, MVP and Lashley are taking turns working over Crews. MVP misses a big boot in the corner. Crews drops MVP with a toss power bomb for the pin. MVP has been eliminated. Lashley mauls Crews. Crews fires back with a few enziguri. Standing moonsault by Crews. Lashley powers out at 2. Crews runs into a spear by Lashley. Lashley pins Crews. Winners, the Hurt Business. And we are near the end, guys. We are near the end. 24/7 championship match. Cedric Alexander versus Akira Tozawa. I don't think I stayed up for this part. Thank God. Alexander almost pins Tozawa. Tozawa calls for ninja power. One of the ninjas gets on the apron. Alexander Superman punches the ninja off the apron. Alexander hits a handspring head kick followed by the lumbar check for the win. Winner and still 24/7 champion, Cedric Alexander. And as Alexander is celebrating, Benjamin surprises him with pay dirt. Benjamin pins Alexander. Raw Underground. I didn't see this either. Marina Schaefer versus Brandy. Schaefer pounces on Brandy. Schaefer tosses Brandy out around the ring. Schaefer submits Brandy. Winner, Marina Schaefer. And yay, Nia Jax attacks Schaefer from behind. Duke tries to get on the platform, but Jack kicks her in the chest. Baszler gets on the platform and squares up. Jax acts like she is going to fight, but eventually just runs away. What do you know? Montez Ford with Angel Dawkins versus Andrade with Zelina Vega and Angel Garza. Ford is all business. Ford dropkicks Andrade. Andrade falls out of the ring. Ford lands a high dive over the top rope. Ford goes up. Andrade cuts him off and connects with a superplex. Size headlocked by Andrade. Ford fires up and lands 2 clotheslines, followed by a standing moonsault for a near fall. Andrade tries to go up top, but Ford leaps up and takes Andrade off the top with the Rana. Ford goes up top. Vega gets on the apron. Bianca Belair runs down to the ring. Vega dives off the apron, but Belair catches her. Belair flattens Vega with the world's strongest slam. As Andrade is distracted, Ford schoolboys him for the win. Winner, Montez Ford. Oh, and earlier in the night, that video was proof that Zelina Vega poisoned Montez. In-ring segment, Shawn Michaels. So here we are, the main event. HBK says he wanted Ric Flair with the tear. Watched Ric Flair with the tear in his eye last week. Flair recounted the 31 days he spent in intensive care. HBK reminds everyone that none of them will be there without the contributions Flair has made to the business. Orton didn't appreciate the fact that he had the greatest of all times mentoring him for over a decade. HBK says he doesn't know how it's going to happen, but Orton will either meet his end at the end of Sweet Chin Music or a Claymore. Either way, Orton will see it coming. Orton appears and RKO's HBK out of nowhere. Orton punts HBK in the head. McIntyre runs down to the ring as McIntyre checks on HBK. Orton tries to attack him from behind. McIntyre tosses Orton all over the outside area. McIntyre rolls back into the ring to check on HBK again. Orton slithers back into the ring and finally delivers an RKO to McIntyre, and that's how the show went off the air. Whew! JD, man, I don't know how you do it for 2 hours, man. I was struggling there for a little bit. But it's getting better the more I do these. The longer my videos, as you see, are starting to get. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Raw review. Remember, too, today's show is brought to you by Audible. audibletrial.com. Get your free book. You can have it for 30 days. If you don't like what you have, you can cancel it any time on day 1 or day 30. Still keep your free book, courtesy of Audible. And I want to thank them for sponsoring the show. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Please leave a like or comment. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I will see you guys here for SmackDown. I'm not going to do AEW this week because I just want to enjoy it as a fan and just kind of relax tomorrow. So, because I already did 2 videos this week. So until probably Saturday, because the show's Friday, so it'll be Saturday. I will see you guys then, and until then, talk to you later.